Welcome back to the Four Rings Inn, another episode of City of Shadow. Last we saw our three highborns. They were on the trail of Hambo Venor, tipped off by Inspector Dayborn, and both tailed him in the carriage while all the counts and viscounts went to the castle for a meeting of the Pristine, as well as trailed him into the night where they encountered a devious being in the shadows. And without further ado, are you ready for a scary story?
Oh,
No.
as ready as
No.
we ever will be.
Do a different episode. Can we go shopping?
The night started so simply. Watching Hamble from a distance, making mental notes of his associates, his stops, his frequent haunts, avoiding the attention of the common folk as you spy on the amber-haired elf. And before you knew it, you were invested in the hunt. All of your focus on trailing that deep maroon cloak as it slipped between alleys and streets. It is the toll of the city's bells that wakes you from your stupor. 9, 10, 11 tolls. The 11th toll rings out across New Elsport as you watch the maroon-cloaked man stand in a shadowy intersection. The hair on the back of your neck begins to stand up. An uneasy, nauseating feeling rolls out of the alley beyond Hamble. You realize that the three of you are the only Thalians huddled beneath the moonlight of Ulrum and Asimi, the two moons that have crested the city skyline, with just a few denizens of the back streets of New Elsport loitering on the street corners a few hundred feet away. Ahead of Hamble stretches Falls Bend, a crooked, bent-back street that leads to nowhere. A lantern is snuffed, then another, as a wall of darkness rushes towards a cowering Hamble. When the last light of Falls Bend is choked out, a tall shadow emerges from the night. You can see from beneath a heavy black cloak emerges a face of bone and teeth. The mask has tusks that jut out from either side, with two fangs that drip down the center. The figure strides up to a visibly shaking Hamble. Before the elf can utter a word, a hand catches him by the throat and lifts him up onto his toes. The voice growls out from beneath the fanged mask. "You've been followed." It is a voice that Oriana has heard exactly 11 weeks ago, as the bone-covered face whips towards Elm Boulevard where the three of you stand. I need everybody to roll initiative.
Cool.
Oh. Roll good, guys.
Oh man.
All right. We'll start with Renshaw. Where are you at?
8.
An 8. Oh, good.
Oh gosh.
I thought the 7 was a 1, so I honestly,
You're
I'm
way
happy
higher
with
than I
it.
thought. Yeah. Okay. Oriana. What was
I
your
have a 22.
Okay, good deal.
I couldn't do that with 2 d20s.
And Eleanor.
12.
12.
With a 12.
Can I have you roll initiative one more time? You tied with somebody.
Are we doing initiative again or just a
I'm
dex
sorry.
check,
Just give me a dex check.
please? Yeah, they can go.
What did you get?
I got a hot 6.
Okay. They did roll higher than that.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to roll above a 3.
I'm gonna put you that. Yeah, that's fair. This will be hello. No. Spell that. Okay. The figure whips their head down the alley, down Elm Boulevard, and you, Oriana, are the first to act at this moment. I will say you guys are a little over, just over 30 feet from where this cloaked figure is standing. I'm going to refer to him as the Fanged Cultist, or Fang, for the sake of not knowing.
Daddy?
For which one? For what? Huh?
I just thought maybe he was father, so I thought we could call him Daddy.
Maybe. Oh. Don't undermine my very scared cultist by calling him Daddy. No, so without knowing if he is father, or if she is mother, or if what this person's identity is, I'm going to refer to him as the Fanged Cultist. Unless we give him another name.
No, that's 6 too. That's fine.
Okay. If you want to call him Daddy, as long as we separate Daddy from father, that's totally fine. Cool. Oriana, you are first to act. Actually, before your first act, I need a wisdom saving throw from you. Naturally.
I don't know if it's naturally.
Naturally.
What do I add to that? Wisdom saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
10.
10. Cool. What do you think? Where is Oriana at this point? Emotionally, I mean. I know where she is on Elms, but where is she at emotionally?
I think I'm a little jostled at hearing the voice that I recognize.
Sure.
And I think I'm kind of immediately thrown back into my last encounter with him, which started out with fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm scared for my friends.
Okay. You...
Because this is worst case scenario.
Deal. You feel like the darkness between the lanterns that pepper the streets almost feels darker as you feel that fear seeping in and like closing in around you. You may go your turn.
I am going to pull out my sword, have that ready.
Yep.
And I would like to use a key point
Ooh.
for patient defense so that I can take the dodge action as a bonus action on my next turn, or on one of my turns.
Okay. So you can do that.
Is that like to hold the dodge for later?
Okay, so when you spend a key point, you this turn will let you spend that bonus action. You know what I mean? So if you want to, I would wait to spend that key point until you're ready to have.
How do I dodge if he hasn't attacked me yet?
You would say, I'm going to move to this spot and then attack him, and then as my bonus action, spend a key point and dodge. You know what I mean? And that sets you up for a future
Is
turn.
this the end of your turn? You take the dodge action at the end of your turn. So if this is the only thing you're doing.
Yeah, because I don't know. I'm sorry. I guess I don't understand taking dodge on your turn. Like,
What
I would
does
like when
dodge
he hits
do?
me to dodge.
So as soon as you say, I take the dodge action, any attack on you until the beginning of next turn will be at disadvantage. You just have to consume... Normally you consume it as a bonus action. Right now you're consuming it as a... Normally it's an action. Right now you're consuming it as a bonus action.
Oh, so I have that no matter what?
Yeah, so you spend the key point, you've taken the dodge bonus action, and that is set now until the beginning of your next turn.
But if that's all you're doing, you should just take the dodge action.
Yeah, because I wasn't planning on moving. I didn't know if I had dodge all the time.
Gotcha. It can be your primary action if you would like.
Okay, my primary action then is going to be to dodge, and I'll save my key point. And I'm going to kind of move myself in front of the other two and tell them, run, get out of here, start running. I'm right behind you, go.
Perfect. Excellent. That works. You have the dodge action, and then... I apologize for the confusion. I just didn't want you to waste a key point if you didn't have it. So that is perfect.
No,
Yep.
I didn't want to use... I just wanted to dodge in preparation. I didn't know if I had to use a key point or not for that.
Nope, that is perfect. So you've dodged. You're taking up like a defensive stance, ready for something to come at you, and ready to react at a moment's notice. Perfect. That is your turn. On Hamble's turn, who is going to go next, you see the fanged cultist releases Hamble from his grasp. He whips around to three of you, scans for a moment until he finds the three of you in the street. He's going to take a running start of 1, 2, 3 steps, and then his next step, he twists in the air, and you see his body contorts, his limbs twist, and a black raven comes into the air and begins to soar towards you guys, and he is going to, with his raven's movement, sail above your heads, and he gets...
What's he gonna do? Poop on us?
He's gonna get 10 feet behind you on Elms. So he comes soaring right over your head, and like soars over you and gets about 10 feet behind you. That is his action, his movement, and doesn't have a bonus action. That is Hamble's turn. Eleanor, you are up.
He's still a raven, though?
He is still a raven, yep. He's about 10 feet above your head.
Oh, he's still in the air.
Yes, he's still in the air. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. I will... Okay.
Actually, as you do that, Renshaw, you notice, because you had asked about it before, as you watch this man like twist and contort, you see that his cloak, his clothes, and all his belongings turn into the raven with him and aren't like just spilled out on the floor.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I was curious about that.
He was the
No,
rat.
no problem.
Okay,
will
I
never trust anybody.
am going to just be like, this is quite unfortunate. Oriana, I know you can protect us. Ben, sure, we need to just run. We all need to run. Do whatever you can. You were great, Venture, in battle with the book last time. Perhaps there's something else you can do? And I will use my bonus action to expend a superiority die and get you for some temporary HP.
Very cool.
Which is somewhere. Sorry.
No, you are all good.
It's probably level plus charisma.
Yeah, well, so I have 2 superiority dies now, and I forget if they're both the same dice, but I think they are.
I'll say DM's ruling. They're both the same dice. Make your list.
Okay. I was looking because it should be on my sheet, like right there, and it's not.
That is
So
it is the same dice.
that is. Sorry. That is 9 HP. Temp
9?
HP.
Ooh, very.
Yeah, 9 temp HP.
You feel great. You feel
That's
like
like-
twice the man you were before.
Honestly, yeah, that almost doubled my health.
Yeah.
You were just so good with the book last time, Renshaw. I truly believe in you. And then for my action, I am going to still try to run 30 feet up Elm Street.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know if I take an attack of opportunity by the Raven, but I'm
Nope.
gonna.
No opportunity. I do need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Okay. I would also like to take the bend into the spring bend.
Oh, spring bend?
I don't know
Sure.
where in the 30 feet that happens, but I'm like cutting corners.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Wait,
your first 30 feet
you-
gets you just to the intersection of Spring Bend, and then cool. And then if you want to dash for another 30 feet, you will get successfully onto Spring Bend, like almost halfway through it.
Yeah, well, I use my bonus action, but I will. my movement
don't
was
you have
action.
30? Don't you have 35?
Sorry. Yes. No, I would like to dash. I would like to
Perfect.
dash.
Cool. So
I was thinking for some reason that my action was running and
Gotcha.
not like.
Nope.
as well.
You are all good. Yeah. So you and then what was that dexterity saving throw?
That is a homemade 20.
Perfect. You book it through down elms and then turn, like you said, cutting corners. You turn your underneath the gargoyles that are guarding the rooftops of Spring Bend, and you twist in, and you get pretty much through the bend of Spring Bend.
I also have 35 feet of movement, not 30. So I don't know how much that extra 10 is affecting things.
Yeah,
But
you get like past that corner, you get all the way past the corner, and so you've made like 2 full turns from where you saw this man.
and
these
I'm running
two.
like this in my heels.
Yeah. just running through the streets. Perfect. Yep.
These aren't my running shoes.
You duck through Spring Bend. Perfect. Then it is Renshaw's turn.
Really? The masked man's lower than Renshaw?
Oh, bad. They all can't be winners, you know. His dexterity isn't his specialty. He has
mass
points
out
in other things.
of being giant.
Being huge.
Oriana, we need to go. We need to go now.
Yeah, go.
You're right behind me.
I'm coming. Go.
And like, I would like to drag you along if you'll let me. I realize that doesn't necessarily work mechanically, but that's kind of what I would like to do. But I am going to dash 60 feet and get into Spring Bend.
Yeah, I will say if Oriana lets you, then I'll say she didn't use her movement, so you both can move 45 feet together. Or if she doesn't let you, then it will be an opposed athletics check. And Rentra, if you win, you'll both move 30 feet.
Is 45 feet using the dash action?
Yeah, or 30
Yeah.
feet moving the dash with her like resisting you the whole time. If you win the athletics. If she wins, she just breaks away.
Will you let me?
I will not resist against Renshore, but I am making sure that like he is running first, and then if he pulls me, then I'll go with him.
Okay, perfect.
But I am I guess I'm gonna let him lead the way. Like I'm more like facing
Yeah,
the Fanged Man.
cool. You move
Before...
Yes, absolutely.
Sorry.
No, go.
How
go,
far
go.
did Eleanor get? She got 70 feet?
I got far.
Or 60 feet?
Yes, she got 70 feet.
Shit. Sorry.
No, you are good. Yeah, you see that she has made the turn on Spring Bend, and the two of you at 45 feet will have just broken off of Elm, just broken off of Elm, officially on Spring Bend, and underneath like the gargoyles.
Okay. If Oriana lets me drag her, can we go 30 feet without dashing? If not, that's
Yeah,
fine.
yes. Yeah, I'd say you could. Because she would have 30 feet of movement still from her turn. So I'd allow that.
And that puts us right at the intersection.
And that puts you right at the intersection. Yep.
So I'm going to get us to that intersection, and then I am going to try, like the whole time we're running, the whole time this has been started, there's something I saw in my books at home that I am trying desperately to remember. Never tried it before. I'm not 100% sure I know it exactly, but I do remember the note for silent rune.
Oh, yes.
Or undetectable rune.
Yes.
So I am gonna burn one of my hit dice.
Perfect.
And I am going to attempt to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Wow. Very
Second.
cool.
At second level.
Okay.
Level.
Okay. Heck yeah.
Yes.
Dude.
Okay. Heck yeah. So when you do this, like the panic has set in, you're running, and you feel that sphere in your pocket like call out to you, and it wants you to take a sip, and you know that you can take a bigger sip than you've taken before. As you cast Pass Without a Trace at second level, a spell that you know, but your body hasn't adapted to that big of a sip from a sphere before. Describe what that looks like for Renshore as you tap in to the power of the sphere at the cost of your body.
So Renshore feels the presence of the sphere on his hip. It's in that bag, if that wasn't clear. And he's trying to remember this spell. He's pretty sure he knows the hand movements, but he's never done the hand movements, let alone cast this spell without doing the hand movements.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Heat of the
I
moment.
did not give you the HP for this.
You honestly did. Heat of the moment, adrenaline pumping. I mean, vision, like tunnel vision. The sides of his eyes going dark, like a dark red, blood pumping. And he just, with all his like willpower, tries to summon this magic out of the sphere. And it definitely bites back.
Yeah, absolutely. How do you think that damage manifests? Do you think it's like external? Do you think you feel like something on your skin? Do you think you feel like something inside like take pain? Like where do you think Renshore, is it just like a migraine? It's something mental? Where do you think that pain takes.
Yeah, I was kind of picturing it as like almost like a blood clot, maybe like very minor, like obviously not gonna like cause a stroke or a heart attack or anything, but like you'd like get that chest pain or
That
you
chest
get
pain,
that
yeah.
like painful headache.
Sure, absolutely.
But it's also it's not gonna be crazy, but that's you know.
Deal, absolutely.
Not crazy. I'm just casting a spell I don't have the spell slots for.
I'm just
Yes.
dipping in. Hell yeah. Roll your damage, and as long as you don't fall unconscious, the spell will take effect.
7, which I can pull out of my temp HP.
There you go.
That's still
See?
a lot.
Perfect.
It didn't even hurt.
That's half of my HP.
It
That's
didn't even
okay.
hurt.
Didn't even
It's
hurt.
still a lot.
Excellent.
I gave you that HP for when you get attacked.
We're not getting attacked now because I cast Pass Without a Trace.
What are the benefits of Pass Without Trace?
So
I can look it up,
Oriana,
too.
or no, I know it. Oriana
Okay.
won't notice. Renshore doesn't know this, but Oriana won't notice because it just looks like shadows are emanating.
Yeah.
It's dark,
Yeah.
just like it was already dark for her. And so shadows, silence just kind of like surround us. And we are masked from detection for up to an hour. So
Okay.
we got time. 10 bonus to stealth checks. Can't be tracked except by magical means. And we leave no tracks or other traces of passage.
Oh, that is awesome. And what's the range on it? Does it affect
It does
Eleanor as
not
well?
affect Eleanor. She is
Okay.
too far away.
It's just
But when we get closer, like it actively updates as it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
These shadows aren't real shadows, right? It's more like a mist. Like they're not going to interfere with my shadowy problem that's happening right now, right?
I like to think that they're like one and the same shadowy problem.
Yeah, it's the
Okay,
self-casting. Yeah,
That's what I
really
think it
hard to
is.
tell. Yeah, absolutely.
I definitely think my shadows are following me.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm gonna let you continue to think that.
That is perfect. Awesome. Can I have, since you've done that, can I have all three of you make stealth checks for me?
And reminder, Oriana, you get a +10.
Plus 10.
10?
10.
That's past the trace. Yeah.
That's good. Think you got higher than me? I rolled good.
I feel like I got higher than you.
I think I got higher than all of you.
What'd you roll?
I have a 32.
Oh my god.
On my dice is a 16.
Oh my
But I have a
god.
32.
Yeah. 32 from Oriana Renshore.
I rolled a 15 for a total of 26.
26. And Eleanor.
25.
Oh.
But I didn't get the +10.
And
Good
she
luck seeing
still
us!
looking awesome. Very cool. The three of you duck into the alley, into Spring Bend, incredibly shrouded in shadow, using the shadow to your advantage. As Renshore and Oriana, as you guys make that turn into Spring Bend, you look back one last time towards the cloaked figure, and Oriana, you see a terrifying sight, and Renshore, you see something that you can relate to on an incredibly personal level, as the cloaked figure pulls out a sphere from his cloak. His sphere is pitch black with a tiny, red dot in the center. And you see he takes his fingers and places them on the sphere and pushes hard. You can see his fingernails begin to bleed as he almost pushes his fingers into the glass and into the the sphere itself. His fingers begin to crack. His fingernails begin to jam into his fingers. His eyes within his skull mimic that point of light within his sphere as he draws deep for a 6th level spell. He is going to take 20 d6 damage to cast this one. Which I pre-rolled. And it takes a beast out of him. But you watch as he is going to cast.
It doesn't kill him.
It does not. It comes close, but it does not.
Minimum of 20 damage.
Oh yeah. He casts Nightmare Realm, a homebrew spell that rolls out, and you can see a wave ripples across the street you are in. As the wave ripples, you can see the moons in the sky begin to bend in like a sickly way. The street, the cobblestones begin to shift. Buildings like crumble into each other and shift as the streets begin to move. The road, Elms Boulevard, twists and bend, and where you could see a group of people is then just pulled away as the entire block of the city is warped into a nightmare reality. I'm going to send you guys a new map.
Oh, sick.
I copied the map onto my
I felt so bad. You're like, I'm gonna make a beautiful version of my map, and there's no way I could say something. But I was like, this is a waste of time. You watched Spring Boulevard Spring Bend twist into a bend into a straight line. And at this point, you see...
He still can't see us. We're okay.
That is true. You see, Eleanor, you are still over halfway through Spring Bend. You are just now bathed in the light of one of these, the lanterns at the end. But the lantern that was illuminating Spring Bend is snuffed out as this nightmare realm takes the ground. And you can see, although like the buildings twist, the road bends, the cobblestones themselves like seem to bend and warp all at weird angles. The rooftops don't quite fit anymore. The sky doesn't look right. Like everything just feels wrong. And then Renshaw and Oriana, you both are like at the corner of Spring Bend, Elm Boulevard, and kind of a little bit of Potling Way.
Yeah.
But most, like, you're closer to Spring Bend.
Yeah.
And you also see the lantern that was beside you is snuffed out. That is the Fanged Cultist turn.
Would you describe it as more like Doctor Strange Mirror Dimension or like Inception architecture?
Ooh. I would say it's been a while since I've seen Inception. It's less... my memory of the Mirror Dimension, it was very like fractal and like symmetrical, and this is anything but. But that exact same vibes. Inception and Mirror Dimension, perfect vibe check. Way less symmetrical and way more askew. Oriana, it is your turn.
Remember, you're basically invisible.
Yeah, but I don't know that.
Oh, shit.
And I also don't know which way Eleanor went, because I was explicitly not watching and keeping my eyes on the fanged guy and not her running.
If you want to roll a perception check, you can try to catch up to her 25 stealth.
She's not invisible by my standards.
Yeah. Which is funny, like, she is hiding into the shadows and, like, using the street perfectly, but you were both on the same street, but she is hard to see. Especially with the lantern that just got snuffed out.
Yeah, I'll try and roll perception to see if I can see her. Do I have to be like her 25?
Yeah, you have
Or...
to be a 25. Yep. If I gotta beat a 25, you gotta beat a 25.
Yeah, I guess so.
I
can't
see
roll.
her looking around for me. I don't know if I would be able to see down that street.
You can't
Yeah,
see
with
us.
all the windingness.
You could roll to try to see.
Visible with Pass Without a Trace.
Yeah.
No, but
if
we
you
can't
wanted to
be
look back and
tracked.
try to see them, again, you'd have to beat either Oriana's 32 or Venture's 26, because they're almost like, because Elm Boulevard just got like covered in shadow.
Mhm.
They're a black shadow on a black canvas.
Yeah.
All right, here's where I'm at. Here's where my mind is at.
Mhm.
I don't want to take any movement before Renshore takes any movement.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'll
I
just
would
drag you
like
along again.
to... I would like to prepare... I would like to take the dodge action this turn.
Mm-hmm.
And... my mental state is that I want to take any damage before Renshore takes damage. Like, I want to, like, use my dodge, if any, like, move in front of him, or, like, to block him or anything. Like, I'm not moving. I'm staying right here by him, and I want to take any, like, attacks that are coming our way.
Okay, so you're gonna take the dodge. That's your priority.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna move this turn. I'm
Yeah.
just kind of waiting for an attack.
Your movement?
What was that?
Like holding your movement for Renshore to move?
If Renshore moves, are you gonna move with him, or do you want to fight him on it?
No, I'll move with him.
Okay, so I'm gonna say that for the sake of ease, when Renshore moves, you're gonna move with him, but because you spent your action to dodge, if he dashes, then that's where it's more of him pulling you. But the first 30 feet is just you moving together.
Deal.
Yeah, because your primary focus is like something is about to come around this corner, and like I'm ready for it, and less of like getting your body in a position to run. Yep.
Yeah, I'm not looking for Eleanor. I'm not even looking at Renshore. Like, at this point, I have both Hambell and the Fanged Man in my sights, and my vision is focused that way. I'm ready to, like, guard and shift in front of Renshore if I have to, but I'm, like, kind of standing my ground as I know my two friends are somewhere behind me.
Yeah, I love it.
And that ends my turn.
Perfect. Oriana. Next is going to come Hambell. Hambell is going to... you see him fly around the corner. He does not spot anybody, because everybody is super hidden. And he's going to...
Did he turn on to Spring Bend?
He did turn on to Spring Bend, because he watched Eleanor turn, and he watched...
Yeah, I just ran there.
Yeah, he watched the two of you... I guess he didn't really see the two of you turn. You kind of got near it, and then everything got wonky. But he knows Eleanor went that way.
Can I opportunity attack him as he passes by?
If you have a ranged weapon, yes, but he is too high to...
okay, he's too high up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
No, you were
Also,
to take
let
my
him
shots
know
when I
where we
can.
are.
Yeah. He is going to move... He is going to move 100 feet, and he is going to go ahead of Spring Boulevard and pretty much
Moves
post
100
up.
feet?
Yeah, he has 50 feet of movement, so he dashes. Goes 100 feet, and he's going to be about... he's still airborne, but he is over the square house that marks the end of Spring Boulevard. And so he comes up, you can see him soaring in the moonlight over the house, kind of cutting the corner and trying to get a view of Warbler Avenue? Yeah, trying to get a view of Warbler Avenue. And that is his turn. Next is Eleanor? Yes, Eleanor.
And I saw him move.
Yes, everybody. He was not being stealthy. He came right over, and you saw him up over the building.
I would like to take my movement.
Sure.
And go back towards Elm and the shadows to try to stay covered and not go towards where he was.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. You turn around. You begin to move back. Oriana, can you give me another wisdom save, real quick? And then Eleanor, perception check with advantage, please. As you move, like you come in proximity of the two of them. Yeah, perception with advantage.
Dirty 20.
Perfect. As you are stealthy. I'm gonna say as you move back towards them, if you guys would like Eleanor to know that you are there, you can. You both don't notice that you guys are like moving towards each other, but you're so close in proximity that
is
like
Eleanor within?
I think I'd whisper out.
Is she within 30 feet of us now?
Yeah, she's like 10 feet from you.
Guys, where'd everyone go?
I don't have to see her for her to get the stealth bonus either.
Yeah, so she automatically has the stealth bonus. And so, Eleanor, you feel those shadows like begin to wreath around you. Yeah, and if you say anything, they immediately hear you. And
it's really dark. Are you guys?
Yeah, we're right here. Yeah, we're right here.
I want to get up near them, and I want to do my bonus action to give the help action because I have that feat through something. And then for my action, I want to hold dash.
Okay,
run
perfect.
As a group.
I love it. Perfect. So you have 30 feet of movement saved up. Oriana has 30 feet of movement saved up.
And I'll give the help action to Oriana.
Perfect. Excellent. And then... Cool. And you guys are like just within Elm Boulevard, broken line of sight of Falls Bend. Cool. That is your turn. Renshaw, you are up. Actually, can I have Eleanor make another stealth check? Now that you're within the bubble.
You get a plus 10. Not that you need it, but...
Well, I didn't roll quite as well this time, so with the plus 10, that's a 24.
Okay, perfect. Sweet. 24, 26, 32. Excellent. Cool. Renshaw, you are up.
Okay. I don't know where we are going now.
It's up to you.
You would have seen the Raven go down the alley.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And Eleanor come out of the alley, so maybe not run in the direction that she's running from.
Mm-hmm. We have 30 feet to go. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want to run along Elm and pause just at the intersection with Potling's Way.
Okay, you're jumping across to Potling's Way. Sure. Yeah, I love it.
Can I make that? I mean, on the map you sent, there's like, it's kind of like a triangle.
No. Yeah. Nope, that's fine. Yeah, you can make it like almost halfway through Potling's Way. Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
cool.
Why are we going Potling's Way and not up towards the lantern?
Oh, because I was zoomed in. Because I was zoomed in on the map.
Why are we backtracking? You start
If
to
you
lean us that
want
way.
to go over there, you're welcome to.
Renshaw, let's head towards the light.
I am blindly just following Renshaw at this point. If he takes us that way, we go that way.
Oh, okay.
I will follow, but I will also be like, Renshaw,
questioning.
Towards the light?
Renshaw, light.
I was trying to hide in the darkness. Okay, towards the light? Okay. Never mind. We'll continue along Elm Boulevard as far as we can.
Perfect. You guys move out through Elms Boulevard. As you move through that lantern that is still lit, I need a new round of stealth checks for everybody. And Oriana, what did you get on your last wisdom save?
15.
Okay.
Do we still get that plus 10 on this stealth?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my god.
As long as I maintain concentration. So, aside from getting a natural 20, this is the highest I can do at a 30.
Oh.
Perfect.
Nice. I have a 31.
Wow.
24.
Okay, there you go. She's consistent, if nothing else.
Yeah. Consistency is key, honestly.
I'm rolling below a 10, so I feel like getting above 20 and rolling below a 10.
Yeah, that was me rolling a 19.
Yeah.
I really don't get that much.
You move down Elm Boulevard to the intersection of a new street that did not exist previously to the Nightmare Realm called Depraved Lane. And you see, as you get to the intersection of Depraved Lane, within the street, beginning to make their way out onto Elm Boulevard, are townsfolk.
Literal depraved? Oh, okay.
Citizens of Thalia. They're
literal depraved?
They are wearing commoners' clothes, but their skin is just black ink. Their faces are non-existent. The ink drips heavily onto the floor and onto the clothes, and they shamble out of Depraved Lane, their hands leaving big black tarry handprints and footprints on the ground as they shamble out of the street. There's about between 10 and 15 of these citizens that are moving through around Depraved Lane. They will act as a swarm of creatures. So you can move within, through them, but they can attack multiple things at once, and the more their health goes down, the less damage they do as a swarm. Yes, go ahead.
I would just like to temporarily, really quick, just choose one of them to involve in the cloud of darkness, just to watch him no longer leave footprints for a second, and then take away.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, when he's in it, he is incredibly.
I've never used this before.
Yeah. No, he leaves no trace, and then you let him out of it, and then the footprints start to go again. Without a nat 20, they do not spot your group, and so they don't react to you. But you see they are shambling out. They are beginning to move into Elm Boulevard, but they have not made it there yet.
Okay, so if they would just stay where they are and not see us, we could at the moment, if we had dash still, get past the lane without taking opportunity attacks.
Yep, absolutely.
I still have dash.
Go ahead, leave us.
Saying.
I mean, I did, honestly. If you would dash, it would... if you got ahead enough of us, Oriana and I would follow.
Yeah. If you dash, the two of them, I think, leave your bubble for pass without a trace.
It's 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so they would still...
30?
Yeah, you would still be in it. You'd be just on the cusp, but they would be in it. Alternatively, if you drag them along... Eleanor's pretty small. She's pretty light. You get 15 feet with the two of them if you dash.
You can carry Eleanor.
Come, Eleanor. Yeah.
Puppies, Renshaw.
If you do that, if you move 15 feet, you are perpendicular with depraved light.
Yeah.
Like you can see all the way down. Like you're right there.
That probably wouldn't help our stealth very much if you're...
Yeah. Can they see me, like Oriana and Eleanor?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that because you've accepted them into the spell, that they're aware, and you guys can see each other.
Like, there goes that plan. I'm just gonna hold a reaction dodge.
What?
I'm gonna hold my
yeah,
dodge.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. No, I absolutely got it. Yep. Yeah. I am on board. Sorry. I'm still on that. Cool.
You said another D&D term as you were saying what your action was.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what the word was, and I was like, I just want to hold a reaction, and then I remembered it was called dodge.
You are totally good.
And can we kind of like press against the side of the road rather than standing in the middle of it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
We're pretty far away. I don't know what type of caster this guy is, but
honestly, if he can do
to get that kind of range,
if he can do he's apparently got the health to do it. If he can cast like a 200-foot line, like a breath weapon or something.
Don't give him any ideas.
Hey, we don't
give him ideas.
Okay. Alright. I know what the faint cultist is gonna do. All of you are looking the other way, so you do not see what he does, and it does not immediately affect you. So he does his thing.
Great.
I can't see him.
Oh, that's right. You're looking there. You watch.
I emphasize, I am not looking at my friends. I am only looking at this guy.
100% right.
This very reason.
Yeah, you watch as he like scans around, and then frustrated, turns to the building next to him, puts his hands on it, and then scales the side of the building to get up onto the rooftop, and then begin to look around for where you guys are at.
You were trying to not let us see that?
Yeah.
We go him from the roof.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where he's
This was so worth the 7 damage. We might make it out of this alive.
We might, yeah. We're being pretty stealthy.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is his turn. Back to the top at Oriana.
Yeah, I feel bad for being kind of boring on my turns and not like taking any big actions or big swings here, but we're doing really good at being stealthy to try to get out of here. And I'd like to continue this pattern of stealth. And so I will hold my movement until I feel the group moving behind me, until I feel Eleanor going, and my action will just be the dodge action until someone tries to attack us.
Deal. Perfect. Yep, you got the dodge. You have your movement saved up. I love it. Yeah, perfect.
And I think at this point, like, I still have my sword out in one hand, and I think my other hand is kind of, like, feeling back for Eleanor behind me now. And just kind of, like...
I'll grab your hand.
Rest just, like, feeling her presence and just, like, moving together, like, some comfort.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, especially if they're gonna keep moving, then I'm kind of using Eleanor as my anchor for which way to go now.
Yeah. Cool. Yep, you're using Eleanor as your anchor. You're still focused. You see him climb up to the rooftop, and that is that. Yeah, and you are still dodging. Perfect.
Oriana, when I give you the help action, if someone gets within 30 feet of us, you can attack with melee with 30 instead of 5. If I've given you help.
30 feet of melee?
Yeah,
Does that
so
include
you can
upwards?
use the help action as a bonus action. Additionally, when you use the help action, To aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of that attack can be within 30 feet of you rather than 5 feet of you, if the
That's so
target can
good.
see or hear you.
Yeah.
Okay, but if I do a melee attack, do we lose, or do I lose the pass without a trace?
You don't lose it, but you are like currently out of stealth. Whatever thing you attack is gonna know where you are until
Yeah.
you make another like hide check. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah.
Cool.
Also, if you go more than 30 feet away from me.
That too.
Maybe not yet, but I was like, where did this come from? Oh,
yeah, just to
wow.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know
That's
how how
crazy.
that works. If my help is just letting you like run up and back away, or like
You're actually taking her and throwing her body sword first at an enemy.
Go!
you got this, Oriana. I'll lift with my knees.
Alright. I wonder if that includes, like, straight up. Like, it can't, right? But, like...
I don't know. I read what I see. It's Master of Tactics.
She can give the help action 30 feet. So it's less of like her physically helping, and now it's just moral support. That's so good that it is. Or I mean, you could be even more creative with that. Like you could, I don't know, throw something or anything that's going to help her out from 30 feet, for sure.
That's wild.
I think it's very fun. That's a good. I love that ability.
What is that?
Oh,
the master...
okay, wait. I think maybe it's if Oriana attacks them, I can be 30 feet away.
Yes, that is
absolutely
yes.
That makes
30
way
feet. You can be 30 feet from Oriana and still give her the help action.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I was like, we just giving Oriana a 30-foot long sword? Like, what are we doing?
Whatever floats the boat, right? Cool. That's Oriana. Oriana, give me another wisdom saving throw.
19.
Very good. Cool.
Feeling good. Feeling confident.
Feeling confident. Eleanor, you are up.
Okay. I don't want to dash ahead of everyone. This is so fun moving as a group.
Do what you gotta do if you gotta run.
Yeah, I don't know.
It is a boring combat, but it's making John scratch his head, which is...
No, it's good. It is... No.
I think I'm just gonna... I'm going to prep a melee attack if anyone gets, like, within us and is attacking.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
if our cover is blown and someone gets close enough, I want to prep a melee attack, and I want to hold my movement to move as a group.
Cool. I love it. Cool. Excellent. You're ready to move. I forgot on Hamble's turn. Hamble's going to make another perception check. Not with that. And then you can't see him, but he's going to fly to another spot.
Which direction are you looking, Eleanor?
I guess up the street at these creatures coming from this lane.
Okay.
From Depraved Lane. Yeah, excellent. He's gonna fly. Then it was Eleanor's turn. Then you see those inky, tarry citizens of Dahlia. They're going to shuffle and begin to move into Elm Boulevard. If you guys would like to move through there, you're going to have to make a stealth check. With disadvantage, because you're like weaving right through the swarm. If you succeed, then you'll get through no problem. If you fail, then they're going to take an opportunity attack as you move through. And that's where you're at. But if they get the opportunity attack, since Eleanor's holding an action, she's actually going to stab them first, and then their reaction. Order of operations. But that's how that will go down.
I think we keep moving, guys.
Yeah.
Because the other direction is not towards our escape. It's not towards the lights of the market.
Yeah.
And I know the landscape could technically change again, but I don't know if it can, because that guy, it took a lot for him to move it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we push through.
Let's go. I mean, what's disadvantage against a plus 10? We're all getting at least an 11.
That's true.
John doesn't care about natural ones, right, John?
Maybe I do. Maybe.
Right. Are you doing your movement first, Jacob?
Yeah. It is my turn, yes?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay.
Jacob, it is your turn. Renshore's turn.
We were just discussing as a group what you should do on your turn. Because
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Corey and I decided that we were just going to follow you, but we want to follow you in the direction we want to go in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I gotcha.
We want to follow you and lead.
And yeah.
So, Oriana is facing back down Elm Boulevard towards, what was it? Bend something.
Falls Bend. Yep.
Eleanor is facing forward towards Depraved Lane, towards
Yes.
the Tar people.
Mm-hmm.
Renshaw, right in the middle, is very tinily going to do some hand movements
Yeah.
and place a comforting hand on Eleanor.
Good deal.
Do I know what that comforting hand does?
No.
No.
And then I am going to mark that as just pushing you forward as we go.
Perfect. Excellent. You, I presume, cast a spell. It sounds
Yes,
like.
I did.
And then move forward. If it doesn't trigger right away, then I don't think
It does trigger, but its trigger is invisible and it does nothing until something else happens.
Deal. Okay, I'm gonna
So I'll
have
let you know if that something else happens.
yeah, Eleanor, give me an Arcana check with disadvantage.
7.
7. Cool. You are focused on the task at hand of getting out of here alive, and you feel Renshaw guide you forward through these inky denizens of Elsport.
I picture we're Scooby doing it, where all of
Yeah.
our backs are together and we're like crouched.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Give me a stealth check from all three of you with disadvantage as you like weave around these people, kind of breaking up, splitting up, coming back together as they like shift through. Is that a nat 1?
It's not a nat 1, but it's
Okay.
not far off.
That's okay.
The-
It's okay.
I rolled 2 dice at the same time, and they very obviously bounced off each other, and both turned into significantly lower numbers.
Oh.
Oh.
My total is a 14.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched a 16 turn into a 3 real quick.
Okay. Oriana, how'd you do?
So my total would be a 17, but that's a result of a nat 1.
Oh. Okay. And Eleanor?
25.
25.
See, consistency
17
is key.
sounds nice.
It sounds nice. You move through these inky people. You're doing a good job. Everybody's moving right.
I'm walking backwards.
You're walking backwards, and there's just one spot where Renshaw sees one of these people moving. He sees how they're moving. He goes to move around them and lets go of Oriana's hand for just a second to get around. And instead of continuing to shamble, the inky person just stops and like convulses for a second, and it just throws off the timing a little bit. And Oriana, you feel that cold, inky goo like
Ew.
right onto your shoulder as it turns to you, and like a hollow mouth, like gaping, opens up in the ink as it begins to reach over the whole horde of these tarred people all begin to twist and morph towards you guys. Eleanor is quick with, I believe, a silver dagger that whips out and gives a stab in there. Make an attack roll before anything happens.
Just kill it on the spot would be.
And then my
ideal.
dodge is still in effect, right? So
Yes,
they'll
it
have
is.
a disadvantage on that attack?
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
How'd you do, Eleanor?
Keep my dodge.
9.
Oh, you make your stab. It just misses as you stab it, and again they convulse in weird ways. And right where it was, it like twists and bends over. The person in front of you, their legs are facing one way, and their torso twists around without the legs to come and take an inky swipe over at you. They are going to make attacks on everyone.
Yay.
What's Oriana's dex mod? No, sorry, Eleanor's.
3.
That is going to hit Oriana. That's insane. Oh, no. It does hit all 3. I was like, I rolled an 8 for Renshore, and I was like, how did I miss an AC of 9? And then I remember they get a +2. So it does hit. But I was like, that's unbelievable. Okay. Oriana, you... Actually, no, hold up. They have a glancing blow for Oriana because she took the dodge action. So you are only going to take 4 points of damage as it swipes over at you. Eleanor, you are going to take 8 points.
What'd you roll to hit for Eleanor?
I rolled a 13.
It misses.
Oh, very cool.
It bounces off about like 6 inches away from her.
Yeah, you see the ink like splatters right before it hits you, Eleanor, and yeah, it falls around you, but its hand like just disintegrates as it comes by you. Perfect. That is no hit points to you, and then only 5 hit points, 5 points of damage to Renshore.
I have a very interesting string of reactions. So I go to attack, it misses. They just like wiggle out of the way creepily, and it's like, ugh. And then it attacks me, and I'm like, oh no! And then it just doesn't hit, and I'm just.
Both of you are like, oh, this is weird. This is awkward. Neither one of us want to be here.
Yeah. It's like, I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened here.
I'm so sorry, sir. Yeah, you, and as this occurs, they swipe at you, and then you move and get to the other side of Depraved Lane. So you're right in like the catty corner where Elm Boulevard, a previously diagonal street, now bends at a 90-degree turn to move up towards the market. You have a gargoyle gilded house in front of you with like a little pocket with like a shrine to the Novem tucked into the corner. And the tarred citizens from Depraved Lane turn towards you, but it's not their turn. That was their reaction, and you guys are like right in that corner. That is Renshore's movement. You still have an action if you would like it.
No, I cast that spell using an action.
Oh, that's right. Last thing,
take an action.
Is Pass Without a Trace concentration?
It is.
Cool. So I need a concentration check. Let me double check it. I think you need to beat a 10.
What is it? Charisma? No.
Concentration. Constitution.
You said that, yep. A saving throw or just a check? It doesn't matter. Both of them are -1.
Okay. That's okay. Equals 10 or half the damage you take, whatever's higher. Okay, yeah. So you need DC of 10.
Okay, actually I'm going to use my other die.
Pick a good one.
We're visible.
Ooh. The You get slashed. The concentration breaks, and the shadows disperse a little bit, and you are exposed once again to the light of the lanterns.
Shit.
As like all of these the tar citizens just as like they try to talk, but it's just spewing goo and ooze. And they turn to you. Run short. That's your action, movement. You have a bonus action if you want it.
I don't know what you have. It would be on your page.
Yeah, I'm looking to. Yeah.
Just in the small text.
Yeah.
The actions.
I'm just. I have a couple things. I'm just thinking about how I want to do them.
He's cooking it.
You cast a spell already.
I did, but some spells are bonus actions.
But you cast a spell.
Yeah, I think you could only cast a cantrip again if you wanted another magic.
Really? I can't cast 2 spells?
No. It's a rule. We can talk about that rule. It's Etherean, so if we want to change that, we can. But
I never knew that. I thought you could.
Cantrip is already the homebrew.
I thought you could give a action and a bonus action spell in the same turn. Oh, okay.
If you are a sorcerer, you can spend a sorcery point to.
I think that makes a spell a bonus action. But like if I spent an action to do a spell, I don't think I could do a second spell. Unless maybe you can.
Imogen does in oral, but I could be wrong.
I mean, again, they certainly may have been like, that rule's dumb. We're not going to play with it.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and I respect that rule.
Have like a magic item or something.
Absolutely.
And for sorcery points to cast a second spell.
Yeah. Internet, don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing with Matt Mercer. Please don't come at me for that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I have nothing I want to do right now.
Excellent.
That's why I was just like, I don't think you have a lot of bonus actions. Like, we don't have potions.
Yeah.
Screw that. I'm gonna I'm gonna use my second wind. It's a bonus action to regain hit points.
Yeah, 100%.
It's probably a waste at this point, but timing-wise, it works.
No.
Yeah, I gain them all back.
Hell yeah. Cool. Good work. Cool. That's Renshaw. Then the Oriana, you watch the banged cultist on the rooftop look down, spot the 3 of you. He points towards the where you guys are standing, and then he twists his hand around his sphere again, and is going to send another pulse of Nightmare Realm rippling out as not another spell, but as some spells you can like.
Charges,
yeah. It's just still up.
Yeah,
it's still he hasn't lost concentration on it yet, so he ripples out. You see as he does this, the buildings rumble and quake. The street itself begins to twist. The cobblestones ahead of you break apart and just fall into a pit of nothing as the whole street ahead of you just like tilts a little farther away, and the earth between just opens up, and you see buildings being pulled apart, streets being rent asunder as everything shakes, and the sky once again twists even more unnaturally. I'm gonna send you guys another map.
God.
Yay!
Props to
I'm sure it makes our goal easier to obtain. Sure, we're just gonna have a better time, actually.
Yeah.
Props to your preparedness, by the way.
Thank you.
Whoa.
You guys,
Where the hell
again, are currently north of Depraved Lane, and you see the ground ahead of you has cracked and separated. It's about a like a 7 to 10 foot gap that has separated in there.
We can jump.
That just drops into nothing. You see all around you, parts of the street is pulled apart. The buildings behind you also open up to Nightmare Plaza, where you see about 30 more of these charred citizens are shambling around and begin to move out of Nightmare Plaza.
Just Nightmare Plaza, guys.
Cool. That moves to Oriana's turn.
I still have a plan.
Are we within any melee range of the townsfolk coming at us? Or have we've kind of dodged them for the moment?
Yeah, so technically no, because they took the opportunity attack as you move through them. But if you would like to get a strikeout on them, you're close enough where you could take like a step up and hit one of them. But you're also, if you move farther away, you're not going to take another opportunity attack, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Actually, regardless, they've spent their reaction. So even if you were, they don't have the action economy to do it.
Yeah. I just didn't know how much, if they were like getting up in our face.
On their turn, they will.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess I'll step up. And I'm gonna take a couple attacks on them.
Yeah.
Depending on how many I can chop down, if any.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so my first action, I'm gonna swing with my sword.
Yep. And I'm gonna rule. It's not really right, but I'm gonna allow it. Eleanor gave you the help action. I think it's still cooking, but you have advantage on your first strike.
Eleanor hasn't really done any moves on their turn, so I imagine they just.
Yeah. So yeah, she's helping. You have advantage on your first strike.
Okay. Alright, so that is a 22 to hit with my sword.
That will definitely hit.
Splash.
8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. You cut down like 2 or 3 of these people as they come and move towards you. And they, as soon as you cut through them, your sword goes like clean, like shoulder to hip, head comes off, and they just collapse into a pool of goo. 3 of them go down.
And then with my free hand, I'm gonna swing for an unarmed strike as a bonus action.
Yeah, absolutely.
With a... Can't do math. 23 to hit this time.
Yeah, for sure.
And 4 points of damage.
Excellent. You have
a left hook.
Yeah, you crack another one. Another tarred citizen drops, and the swarm has been reduced to half its hit points, and so its damage is cut in half. That is your action.
Yeah, so it's action, bonus action, and my movement. I am gonna hold my movement here. I'll back up because they can't take an opportunity attack. So I'll back up the 5 feet or whatever I took to sit in front of my 2 friends.
Okay, cool. You come. You have them behind you, and they're like right on the edge of this cliff. Perfect.
And how many total did I take out of the townsfolk?
You took out, what did I say, there was like between like 10 and 12 of them originally, so probably like 5 or 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah.
That ends my turn.
Perfect. That is you. I will say, just because we've been doing this like collective movement, that collective is not going to work over the gap. You're going to have to like use your movement to get over the gap. So either you wait here until your next turn, or you try to jump the gap now.
I'm not moving forward anymore until I see them move first.
Okay, cool. In that case, we'll move to Eleanor. Actually, I don't think that's true.
Well, I don't know if we can see Birdie.
I don't think we moved to... Yeah, we moved to Hamble. Who is going... Where was he? He was here.
You didn't tell us, so.
Yeah, he is going to... the Raven is going to land on the building just to your left. The like eye-shaped building to your left. The Raven lands and transforms into Hamble, and who is going to pull out his hand, and like a sickly green energy is going to wave through his hand, and he is going to chuck an Eldritch Blast towards you guys. He is going to target... Everybody roll a d20 real quick.
I hope this isn't important, right? This is just to see who's targeting?
Yeah.
Cool. 1.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's just gonna huck it towards the three of you, and it's gonna go to Renshaw.
Fuck! I just got my health back. Miss.
Will hit.
Shit.
Just 1d10. That is 2 points of damage.
That's
Bad.
basically
It
all
was
the
a
damage I
great
just
to
got
hit
back.
and a bad damage as he hucks that over, and you're struck with this Eldritch Blast. That is his turn. Now it is Eleanor's turn.
How far is this gap, did you say?
It's between like 7 and 10 feet.
Okay.
And I say between because like the stones keep shifting ever so slightly as like the Nightmare Realm is not stable by any means.
Well, this is going to make or break it, I guess, depending on how you want to play. If I have 10 feet of clearance and how strictly you want to play of the player's handbook.
Yeah, what's up?
So I think I Googled this correctly, and do a long jump, it's just equal to your strength number.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
High jump had some ruling to go with it. But long jump, it says when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
Cool.
And then obviously,
Anything,
DM's option.
anything
Also-
over that I think is a check, right?
Yeah, or if there's obstacles in the way.
Gotcha. Cool.
And I'm rocking a solid 8 strength.
All right.
So I guess I want to make a check to feel like how impossible does this jump?
Oh yeah. So you're.
You said it could be 7.
Yeah.
It also could be 10.
I'm gonna say you're gonna need to make an athletics check to make this jump.
Okay.
Because your long jump is already covering 8 feet, you're gonna have a DC of 8 to clear the jump.
Oh, sick.
Not too crazy.
Yeah, no one seems to have been failing my DC of 9 to
Again, not hard to beat.
I'm going to... Where is Hamel? Is he within melee?
No, he's
I know
on.
he was shooting it.
Yeah,
He's far.
he's on a rooftop. Yep.
Yeah.
They're both on rooftops now.
I'm going to use my action to attack the horde again before I leave.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless that's gonna, like, all I want to do is clear this ravine. I don't need enough movement to, like,
Yeah.
make it far, but if I have enough movement to attack the horde and then
absolutely. You could attack the horde. Just for all fairness, other things you could do with an action is try another hide check, or take a dodge action. If you would rather do one of those, you're more than welcome to clear up the horde. The more damage you do to the horde, the less it's going to hurt Oriana on the next turn, because we know she's going to be here for at least a turn. But you also have those options as an action.
I've never landed an attack before, but maybe today is the day.
Maybe today is different. I love it.
Oriana fighting. I'm gonna fight.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. No.
Oh, did you beat a 10?
No. No.
Okay.
Could I? No, because that.
Just run and jump.
I go.
Yeah.
And then I just.
No, this ain't it.
Nope. Make those jump, guys. They're impossible to hit.
Run! Get out of here, Eleanor. What if you go?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna jump.
Perfect.
Okay, athletics. You said.
Yep, athletics.
Okay, good. I'm actually dexterous, so. Oh hell yeah, baby! That is a 25 athletics.
Good lord. You run,
Hey, Rihanna, I'll run!
Yeah, it is clean. Even with the heels, you clear the gap as it, like, comes together. You leap across. This is an easy jump, and you make it to the other side. You have 35 feet of movement. So you're able to get, with the running jump, you're like at the end of the I-shaped building. As you come around,
Like at that bend in the road?
Before the bend.
Okay.
Yeah, before the bend.
And then,
yeah, and you can see the street twist. There's a gap where you can see Warbler Ave kind of between the as they separate from Elm, and the building on the edge like creaks down and careens over as Warbler Ave is just in shambles, and just parts of it are crumbling off and falling into the abyss. But you have made it on the other side of the jump.
okay, and as I'm saying, okay, Oriana, follow along, I'm going to give her the help action.
Oh,
again.
I love it. Perfect.
My bonus action.
Wonderful. Oriana has another
and
bonus.
I can still do that even though I'm moving 30 feet away.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Because that's what that is. Excellent.
That's what my feature means.
That's what your feature is. Perfect. That gets done. The hard citizens are going to move towards the edge of the road. They're going to get another round of attacks on Oriana and Renshore. That's a nat 20 for Renshore.
I'll take it instead.
You did mention a couple times that you were willing to take the hit. Renshore is still going to take a hit because I rolled a 17 and a nat 20, but he will not take the crit because I will honor.
I'll take the crit.
Yeah, I will honor that you will take the crit instead. So you mentioned that a couple times. All right, let's do this.
I'd be distraught, but I know you're way stronger than I am.
Renshore, you are only going to take 4 points of damage because the swarm has been much lessened by Oriana.
I super wasted my.
I don't think I got to use the crit table yet. I watched.
Oh, I forgot there was a table for.
I got to watch Aubrey.
I forgot weird things happen. I was like, double damage. I know I have more health than Renshore. I can take extra damage. That's not what's about to happen here.
No.
Something funky's gonna happen.
All right.
Yeah.
So as they slosh over to you. They are going to do max damage with its d6. So you're going to take 6 points of damage. And as you get smacked by this ooze, it brings its arm like right down to, like the crook of your neck, and as it hits you, your bell is rung. You're disoriented for a second. You feel the breath get knocked out of you, the wind get knocked out of you. You're going to have disadvantage on all attacks, saving throws, and ability checks until the end of your next turn.
But you have the help action, so
But you do it, so that will cancel out. The help will cancel out your first check that you make, whether that's an attack or a jump or something along those lines. But whatever,
don't fall in my ravine.
Whatever your first thing is, that help will occur. That is them. Wrench already gave you your damage, and you watch the 2 more hordes begin to move out of Nightmare Plaza. They make it onto Elm Boulevard and begin to shamble to the entrance to the Depraved Lane, but they do not make it to Oriana yet, or Renshore. Renshore, you are up.
Do I have 10 feet of running space?
You do have 10 feet of running space. However, you're going to be, like, as these Tard citizens are around you, you're going to be running through them, so they're going to have an opportunity attack as you move and leap to get away.
I really wasted that second wind. I should have used it this turn as part of my bonus action.
You couldn't have known.
Doesn't it just say, like, it doesn't give you temp HP?
No, it gave me normal HP, and instead of taking the full 8, I only got 3, whereas now I could actually use the 8.
Gotcha.
I see. Yeah, because of how low you are.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking, but...
It's alright.
Yep.
We're level 2, guys.
Still learning. Been playing D&D for years. Still figuring it out.
We're still learning, and every day is a learning experience.
So I would like to... I'm not going to attack the horde. I'm going to go in, get my 10 feet of running, take the opportunity attack. We'll start there.
Absolutely. For sure. Cool. So you're going to do your run. They're going to get their opportunity attack. It is a glancing blow. That's crazy to get a glancing blow on a 9 AC.
It's still only like halfway.
Okay, so you take 3 points of damage.
Oh my god.
And so as you go, what is your strength score? Not the modifier, but the actual score.
12.
12, cool. You are able to clear the gap without a check. As you leap over, land on the other side, and then with 30 feet of movement, you make it to where Eleanor is. Actually, you're just behind her.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, yeah.
I clear it, and then I'm kind of gonna press myself into a place where Eleanor can't see me.
For sure.
If that exists.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Perception's high.
And I'm gonna go down.
Oh.
Renshore!
That was a pass without a trace, wasn't it?
It was.
Okay.
Dude,
how
what
much?
the fuck?
So you go to cast a spell. How much damage? How much damage did you take beyond 0?
4.
4. So I need a D20 roll. I'm gonna let you pick the stat. But essentially what's going to happen is you're going to make a check. As you go down, You attempt to cast the spell. You pull again that sphere, that siphon that pulls from you, asks for you to take a bigger drink. And as you do, you're trying, as you can feel your strength leaving you, to still get that sip out of the sphere. You can pick your stat, what stat you think Renshaw would pull from, whether it's intelligence to be like, as I'm going unconscious, I'm going to do this perfectly, whether it's just raw constitution, whether it's willpower from your wisdom, whatever stat you can justify, make that check, and you have to beat a 14.
We're going to go with intelligence.
Okay.
Just trying to get it as close to from memory as possible. That's probably why it's hurting, is because I'm getting it wrong.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'm hurt, but I can pull this off. If they can't see us anymore, we're out of here. It's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
What did I have to beat?
A 14.
What if I tie?
Tie goes to the defender. That keeps the spell. You just hold on to the spell. It is a concentration spell if you're still casting Pass Trace.
Yeah.
So the spell emanates. I need all three of you to make a stealth check as the shadows swarm around.
You get plus 10.
Am I close enough?
Yes.
Being on the other side of the jump?
Nope. He stayed. He stayed.
Yeah, I
right
stayed
on
so
the
everyone was within 30 feet. Eleanor did not see me go down.
Yeah.
And Oriana probably didn't either.
Not yet. Not until I make the jump.
Right.
As you were going down.
What was that?
Like, you were going down as you were casting the spell. I couldn't see that you were casting a spell, but I feel like I might have seen you go prone.
Or she might hear you as you collapse on the ground.
Oh, that's true.
Like, I know your stealth is high, but I don't know when you fall versus when this stealth.
I think
Well,
we said even with everybody
that
being in the same stealth bubble, you guys were all aware of each other. So I'm going to say that
I didn't.
With Eleanor's perception, you would hear Renshaw go down. But
I just don't know why.
I made sure I was out of eyesight from you because I was casting with my hands.
Yeah. I'm gonna say with Eleanor's perception, you can hear something happen with Renshaw. You don't know the details. You definitely don't know that he casts a spell, but you hear like the scuffle pretty much. What was everyone's stealth
body
checks?
hitting the ground?
Yeah.
23.
With the plus 10.
Yeah, with the plus 10.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I forgot there was a plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus 10.
Oriana?
I get excited every time. 24.
24, and Eleanor?
26.
26. All right. As Renshaw goes down, the shadows pervade out over the gap once again. We're going to take a quick break to give our players a chance to breathe before their characters...
Don't do that. Aubrey's just going to yell at me the whole break.
Before their characters may stop breathing. But we will be right back for more horror in the Nightmare Realm.
I think, Jacob, in person, you would be an artificer.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot that was an option.
I don't think I've ever seen you play an artificer.
I thought about it.
Yeah, Renshaw was almost an artificer. It would be
Yeah.
a completely different character at this point. I think in person, I would still want to be a sorcerer. Or maybe, more likely with my character, I think I would be a wizard. Because my intelligence is definitely higher than my charisma. Like, I don't think I could be a charisma caster. So maybe like a druid, like wisdom. Victoria, what would your in-person class be?
I think it'd be a rogue. like I said, like I just naturally
Hide in the
want to
corner.
do like the rogue type things, and like that's why I always want to play a high magic character. But I always come back to like, no, like instinctively, I want to do what the rogue wants to do, and then I always multi-class rogue. So like that's naturally like the right thing to do. That's what I want.
I feel like whenever you want to make a decision in a game, you're like, oh, it would be easier to make this decision if I was a rogue. You're like, my go-to in X situation is to like hide, sneak attack this guy, like look for traps. Like your first thought is always like a rogue would let you do that. Spot on.
I can see Oriana taking that path too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. She's getting close with Monk.
I didn't think of Aubrey, your take about the type of caster you would be. And
Yeah.
I originally, like, if I was to pick a class for me, I would say Ranger. But a Ranger's a wisdom caster, and I am definitely not a wisdom caster. But a Paladin's a charisma caster, and I like that's way better.
You can be a Boy Scout Paladin. Like your oath is to like the Boy Scout honor code.
Boy Scout, yep, exactly. Yeah, exactly. A Paladin, but he's a park ranger.
Let us know what your D&D in-person class would be in the comment section down below. I had imagined the events of the Fall Equinox Ball going quite differently. The biggest trouble I was expecting was running out of hors d'oeuvres, or Oriana and Renshore seeing one another again for the first time. Of course, a dead body and cult do change things up. Honestly, I'm afraid that the depraved have returned. I saw something at the Ceremony of Bells. Something quite large, and then at the attack on the Temple of Ryan, well, I'm sure you've heard of that. I don't think I can keep that one out of the papers. If you see something in the dark, call for help. I'm sure the Ashen Order will protect us, and this is all gonna go away, right? In the meantime, I'm sure my friends could use some support. If you could like and subscribe, I'm sure that would help protect them from the powers that be.
We return back to the corner of Elm Boulevard, Depraved Lane, and the hole in the street as the darkness floods out from Renshore as he goes down, not unconscious yet, but his body being siphoned by the sphere in his bag gives out beneath him, and he collapses to the ground. But his spell takes effect and pervades out. The banged cultist on the rooftop glares down Elm Avenue one last time before his sweeping cloak goes off the backside of the rooftop, and he is going to take a hide action.
Intimidated him.
Mm-hmm. By dying.
And yeah, he didn't see it coming. You know, it's
He
what
is
possums
going
do.
He just went down when no one was attacking him. What madness.
Madness! He is going to move into the shadows. At this point, without a check, Oriana, you lose sight of him as he dips into the darkness.
Yep.
That is his turn. Oriana, you are up.
All right. I think at this point, losing sight of him, I turn around to see where the other two have gone, seeing the big pit in the road.
Sure.
And I need to clear it.
Yeah.
So I would like to use a key point right now to use Step of the Wind. That lets me have the dash action as a bonus action now.
Okay.
And my jump distance is doubled for this turn.
Ooh, nice.
So I can make sure that I can jump and clear this hole.
Yeah, absolutely. You see...
You got both of those from one key point?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. You see that gap between in Elms Avenue or Elm Boulevard crumble even farther apart as the buildings begin to split and fall away from each other. No problem for someone with a step of the wind. You move. You will take an opportunity attack as you leave the horde of tarred citizens. If you would like to move now.
All right. I thought that I took a step backwards last turn.
You did say that. You're absolutely right. Yep.
Because I thought about it. I was like, do I want to stay here? Or I took the extra movement to back up.
No, yeah, I was just going to say, they had a turn after you and they moved to you. Yeah.
And they moved in?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I can either take the dash action or disengage as the bonus action, but I still think I would like to keep the dash action.
Deal.
As we're trying to get out of here, and so I will take the opportunity attack.
Cool. They are going to swing.
And miss.
They do not miss, but again, this is the weaker version of them because they were cut down. That is only 2 points of damage. 3 points of damage for Oriana.
Okay. And then...
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong sheet. It is just 2. That 1 hit point can come in handy, so I won't jip you up.
It absolutely will. We're in single digits now, baby.
Yeah.
That 1 point means everything.
Absolutely.
So and then I'll keep running and jump over that ravine.
Yeah, you clear it in a single stride.
And at this point, at the edge of the ravine, do I see my friends?
Yes, you are enveloped in the shadow. You see Eleanor coming to the corner of the unnatural bend in Elm, and you see Renshaw collapsed on the ground.
Okay. Immediately seeing Renshaw, like, almost passed out, fainting on the ground, I will run over to him, and I will use my action to grab him and kind of hoist him over my shoulder like firemen carry him up.
Yeah, absolutely. You take your action, you get him over your shoulder, and you're able to lift him as you go. Your movement from here on out is going to be halved. You used about 25 feet to get here, so you have 5 feet of regular movement, half to like 3, give or take.
Cool. And then I still have that dash action.
You do have the dash, which is going to be another
bonus.
Yep, as a bonus, which is another 15. So you're going to be
Yeah, I'll take all of that movement that I have, all of my regular movement that's left, and all of the dash action as the bonus action, as much as I can, to move down the street towards Eleanor.
Perfect. You are able to get about 5 feet ahead of Eleanor with that.
All right,
cool. As you, Eleanor, you see Oriana just lift Renshaw up and then is running alongside you.
Wasn't good.
Sorry, my dead weight slowed you down so much. You could have gotten out of here with all that.
With that,
I wasn't saving my key points for anything, I wasn't saving it for the end.
With that, just double checking. Cool. Hambell is going to take his turn. He's going to see you guys starting to get away. Does he do this? Is this good to do? He doesn't care to do that. He's gonna throw another Eldritch Blast, this time at Oriana, both because she's in the front and because she's carrying another person out.
Great.
Ooh, that will hit. That's a good shot. We're rolling good tonight. I'm rolling good dice tonight.
Oh, good.
Oh, good. There's my D10.
I'm glad your monster dice are working out for you.
Thanks, Jake. That is 6 points to Oriana.
How you looking?
I'm standing.
Perfect. That is his turn as he is desperately hucking these Eldritch Blasts there, and you can see he is not. Give me both ladies. Give me an Arcana check real quick as he is hucking these Eldritch Blasts towards. Actually, okay. I take that back. Give me one moment. No. Oriana, you gain 6 hit points back. As you guys move, Hamble loses you in the
Pass without
trace. I totally forgot that you had the shadows. And he did not roll high enough to catch you, even with advantage. And so he's going to take an Eldritch Blast and throw it into that swirl of darkness where you guys were at. It's going to strike between you and Eleanor, but it is not going to hit. Yeah, I totally forgot about the pass without trace. 100%. He cannot see.
Renshaw went down for that. Yeah. That's important. No, you gotta 100%. Use
it. he misses. He cannot see. Still, what was those Arcana checks from both of you?
8.
So I rolled a 16, but this is a check, so I should roll it at disadvantage because this is my first time rolling a check. It is your first check.
Yep.
And so I roll it at disadvantage, which brings me from a 16 down to a 15.
Okay. You look back. You remember how Hera was casting the spells from her sphere, the runes she would trace. You remember just watching the fanged cultist cast the nightmare realm from the sphere, tracing dark runes in the air. Hamble is not doing that. He is drawing that magic from somewhere else and just firing these Eldritch Blasts towards you guys. And then you notice that you guys are moving out as these Eldritch Blasts come through the darkness. Last thing, Oriana, I need you to make another wisdom save as you pick up a failing Renshaw, again with disadvantage because of the concussion from last turn.
Yeah, how long does this disadvantage last?
It lasts till the end of this turn.
Oh, okay. Jeez. Okay. That one roll wasn't great. That roll was good, but I had to take it at disadvantage, so 9.
Okay, cool. Those, again, as you pick up Renshaw, those dark shadows, you can't tell if they're emanating from the Nightmare Realm, if they're coming from Renshaw, if they're coming from you, and they just pervade front and around the whole area. Excellent. As you... Cool. That is your turn, unless you have any... I think that's all your stuff.
No, yeah, I used all my movement. I did an action, a bonus action. I think I'm tapped.
Actually, yep, and then Hamble missed. So now it is Eleanor's turn.
Seeing this all go down, I'll turn to Oriana and be like, we just gotta go. You gotta get him out of here. You gotta get him out of here, Oriana. And I am going to, using my rally feature, give you 7 temp HP points.
Very nice.
Whoa, that's very helpful.
Okay, so that is my bonus action.
Yep.
Then I want to first move ahead and take 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, absolutely. You get through that tight bend in the street where the buildings have collapsed inward and snake around. At this point, you can see the market. You can see the glowing lights, the bigger crowd of people that are moving around. You can also see to your right the unnatural cobblestones of Madman's Alley and another horde of the tarred citizens that are slowly moving towards where you guys are. They are about 20 feet away at this point.
And they're coming out of where? The Madman's
Alley. Yep.
For my action, trying to think of what's more useful. I'm gonna give, I guess, before I walk away, or whatever range is, I'm gonna give my help action to Oriana to try to like point out the shadows and stuff to try to help give her advantage on a stealth roll to creep past these people, because we've done this once before.
I love it.
Especially considering she's holding Renshaw. I don't know how that's going to affect her.
Nope, I love it. Cool. She has the help action. Perfect. Anything else Eleanor would like to do?
Nope.
Perfect.
That is what I got.
Perfect. You are set. With that, you see those tarred citizens move out. They just get into Elm, and you're stuck in that same situation where before, slithering through these creatures in order, but this time safety is just on the other side. They do not see you, and so as they move out, they just shamble into Elm. Finally, that's their turn. Renshaw, you are down but not out. If you would like to make a last chance, you can, a homebrew rule for 4 rings. You can dash, dodge, help, or hide. And if you make any of those actions, you will automatically take a failed death save this turn. Alternatively, you can attack and immediately take 2 death fails. As another option, you can choose to fall unconscious, which will automatically grant you a successful save. However, in this case, falling unconscious will end your concentration on Pass Without Trace. To that point, I need you to make a Constitution check. As you're at 0 hit points, your vision is blurring, you're on Oriana's back. Make a Constitution check, and you just need to beat a 10 to keep your concentration.
-1. I got a 12.
Cool. You maintain Pass Without Trace, and you can do one of those actions I listed, or because you're not unconscious, you can still talk or say things to people.
I am just gonna make a standard save.
Too easy. You got it. Cool. Mark it down. Excellent. That is Renshaw. The Fanged Cultist does not rear his head this turn, so we move back to Oriana. You are faced now with the tarred citizens. The only thing between you and safety.
Yeah. Can I re-roll or like attempt stealth to get it higher than what it was before? And now that Renshaw's on my back, because I know his stealth, I think, was the lowest of the group.
Yes. So
to kind of increase that.
Yep. Renshaw will not be rolling stealth for this. As you move through, because you're weaving through these creatures, you're going to roll stealth with disadvantage. With Renshaw on your back, it would also be disadvantage, but there's no such thing as double disadvantage. So you're just at disadvantage.
But I have the help from Eleanor.
You have the help from Eleanor, which does cancel it out, and you have the +10 from the from Pass Without Trace, which is still up thanks to Renshaw's concentration.
So, in short, roll normally +10.
Yep. Yeah, that's a lot of words to say roll normally +10. Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Alright, I rolled a 16, so my stealth will be 26.
26, they gotta beat a 26, which
Don't
they
you have a
did not.
+6 as well?
Oh, thank you.
You're
You
32.
said straight roll plus 10, and I completely forgot about my original stealth. Yeah, there is an additional 6.
No, absolutely. Renshaw is on your back and still conscious, being like, "Watch out! Watch out! Watch
I
out!
think
Watch
he's
out!"
good. Watch out! Watch out! Watch out!
Yeah.
He's coming. He's over there. He's over there.
And you,
Absolutely.
yeah, you weave through this.
So that's a 32.
Yeah, you weave through this horde. I'm gonna have Eleanor. I'm gonna have you make the check now as you guys move together. That's more exciting, you know.
That is a 24.
24, perfect. Make this one with disadvantage again because you're moving through people.
Oh, right.
And you unfortunately didn't help yourself.
24 is still the lower.
Wow. Excellent. Yeah, they do not catch you. You slip through. You learn from the first time. They shamble into Madman's Alley as you snake through. Campbell is going to make one more check to try to spot you guys, which he will not.
Are we ending, or do we have any more? Because I had more movement, I think.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yep. Yeah, you're absolutely right. The both of you move through these, the Tard citizens. Oriana, you are just on the other side and only like 15 feet from the exit.
Okay. And then how much movement did I already use?
I'm
assuming I
30, but it's half to 15 because
you. Yeah, so I used a full movement, so then I'll use my last key point.
Oh, very nice.
No, well, I didn't take an action this turn.
No.
So I'll just use my action to dash.
Okay, cool. And you...
So I don't use the key point, I just use my action to dash to get an extra 15 feet to get to the end.
No, I'm sorry. It was 30 feet, but
to get to me.
To get to you. Yeah. You would need to spend the key point to dash to get out. But not that it changes too much, because you are 45 feet from the exit, 15 feet for your normal movement, 15 feet for the dash action, and then 15 feet for the bonus action to get out.
So I do have to use a key point, but I can get out.
Wrong. Yes, but you do get out.
Okay. But I get out.
And with the step of the wind, you move out into the Emerald Plaza, Emerald Square, the Emerald Market, excuse me. And as soon as you step out into the lantern light, the world seems to just snap back into place as you exit the control of the nightmare.
I love that.
You look back. Elm Boulevard is a straight street
line.
once again, but Eleanor is still stumbling through the street to get out. Eleanor, you slip. Actually, that's not true yet. That is Oriana's turn.
Yeah. Now I'm done.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
done.
That was very good.
I had to get Renshaw to safety.
Yes. Campbell still does not see Eleanor. So he's going to take one more shot at where he saw you guys last. He's going to roll an attack with disadvantage. No. He's going to miss horribly as he throws one more Eldritch Blast, turns around, and then slips over the other side of the building. And then as he does that, Eleanor, it is your turn.
Yes. And I would like to use my movement to try to get through the horde.
Perfect. You move and get out into the street. Again, same thing. You see the world snap back to normal. You look back down the street, and Elm Boulevard is just as normal as when you entered it. Some of the lanterns have blown out, but aside from that, it is perfectly normal street in New Elsport. And as you turn back towards the now safe Emerald Market, you see people start to notice the sweat and the fear on you guys, especially being nobles.
Can we try to hide?
What's up?
Can we try to hide and not
yeah.
have everyone coming out of this
100%.
darkened alley?
Yeah. With Pass Without a Trace, I'm not even going to make you roll. You guys come in, and you are unnoticed. I keep forgetting Pass Without Traces up. Yeah, you are completely unnoticed by the denizens of the Emerald Market, even at this late hour. And the last thing I need is Renshaw to make one more death save on his turn.
What did it take before he potentially fails, rolls a nat 1 or whatever? It just took my movement to get out, correct?
Yes.
And I could even...
Yeah, you still have an action, bonus action. Yeah.
Can I try to make a medicine check to get
Yeah,
Renshaw
100%.
save?
Yeah, give me a medicine check. If you beat a DC 15, he's going to get one successful save.
My medicine is real bad.
I think as we're running through we kind of run through the market a little bit, kind of on the edges, avoiding people, and then once I feel like I'm a safe distance away from the Fanged Man and away from the alley, like the weird shadows have gone away, we're not in the Nightmare Realm, I'll like take him kind of to like another like corner between shops and like lay him down on the ground and just kind of like grab his face and be like, Renshaw.
Yeah.
And then let Eleanor come in and do her her medicine check.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Eleanor, how was your medicine check?
I ain't good, but it's not a nat 1.
Good, very good.
It's really low, but it is not a nat 1.
It is above 1. Cool. You work to stabilize Renshaw and are unable. Like, you don't see any. That's the worst part. You don't really see any physical damage to him. He got hit by one of the tarred citizens, but aside from like a bruise on him, there's not much here. Like, you don't know why he's barely conscious.
Renshaw, what's wrong? What happened?
The Eldritch Blast. It got me. That damn raven.
Should we take you to a doctor? Do you need... Eleanor, should we take him to a doctor?
I mean, we can... If we can call a carriage, we could take him to a doctor or at least to a at-home medic.
Do you have a medic at your house? Does he have one at his house? I don't even know.
Yeah, I'm filthy rich. Of course.
I'm filthy rich.
My staff knows medicine.
Can we get to your house in 6 seconds for me to not roll the next death save?
Well, so I didn't give you anything good or bad for my turn. I don't know if you want to roll yours.
I can roll a medicine check first before you do yours if you want.
Jacob's in between us.
Mm-hmm.
If we're still in initiative.
That's
I'm
true.
gonna say Renshaw, make your second check.
I rolled 2 different dice, same exact number.
Wow. Cool. And then going back to the ladies, at this point you look around. The people haven't noticed you because the Pass Without a Trace is still up. But you're looking at the rooftops and you don't see anybody peering on you. You don't see anybody spying down on you. If you would both like to make each make a medicine check, you certainly can.
Yeah, I guess I'll make one. I'm not really great at medicine checks either, but we'll see what we can do.
Oh, can I give you the help action?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Give you advantage.
Yeah.
I'll take advantage on that. It really helped. That's a 16.
Perfect. Renshaw, you get a successful save on there.
And I think my medicine check is really just me kind of like holding his head in my hands and just kind of like looking at him because I don't know what's wrong. I don't know what to do, and I'm just like, how do I help? What do you need?
Yeah. You, as you're doing this, you notice out of the corner of your eye, although the people haven't noticed you and there's nobody else like coming for you anymore, those shadows just ever so slightly shift in ways they shouldn't. You see you're holding like Renshaw in your hands, and you see for a split second like Eleanor's shadow just like runs off before it like is back.
Is that me or you?
And then or you're sitting there and you'll see like you're watching the shadows, and again like Eleanor's shadows will move for a brief second. The shadow of your hands holding Renshore twists his head before snapping back to where they were. That is your turn. It's a successful save. Eleanor, if you would like to make another check, or anything else. I'm gonna say loosely we're out of initiative, so if you, but you have a turn pretty much.
No.
Deal.
But not a nat one. Honestly, I should just not be rolling.
What if it's an unnatural? What if it's an unnatural one?
That's okay. I'll allow it.
Okay.
What if I rolled a 0? I didn't.
We can say that. We can say a natural. We can say a natural 1 or lower is bad. Yeah.
All right. So, no, I won't say anything.
I believe it's my turn. Yes.
Yeah, and
yes.
I believe that you rolled 2 deaths already, because you said you rolled 2 of the same number, and then I rolled a good one for you, and you didn't pop back up immediately. So we're sitting at 2-1.
Yeah, I'm unconscious, and Pass Without a Trace falls.
Cool. You fall unconscious. Pass Without a Trace goes down. Do you?
I fall unconscious while looking into Oriana's eyes, fully knowing that she might be the last thing I see.
Perfect. And you are not stable, correct?
Can I just become stable? That would be great.
So if you have, do you have 3 of either one?
Oh, no. Falling unconscious can't be my third one.
Cool. Oh, you're right. Yep, it did say that. Cool. Perfect. You fall unconscious. You take a successful save. Oriana, you're back up. It is the lady's turn.
I'll give you the help action
Go.
to try to do another medicine check.
Yeah, I guess I'll. Yeah, I am very scared at this point. I don't know what to do for him. I rolled. Okay. This one was really good. Let's see if I can get a nat 20. I cannot get a nat 20, so I have an unnatural 20.
An unnatural 20 is another save for Renshore.
And I think at this point I have just like picked him back up, and I'm like Eleanor, how we need a carriage. We need to go back home. We need.
You just stay here. I'll get us a carriage.
Eleanor, you run to get a carriage. Oriana, you feel Renshore stabilize in your arms, and you give me another wisdom save as those shadows still creep around you. And Eleanor, give me a perception check with advantage. How'd you do, Oriana?
15.
Cool. You just are able to get those shadows back under control.
23.
23. You are able to successfully find a courier to call for a carriage for you, as well as on your way there, you pass a handful of priests of Volsair that are moving back to their quarters, and you see them across the Emerald Plaza. They're going about the day. If you would like to flag them down for assistance, but you see there's a couple priests walking around.
Yeah, because I don't know that the guys could be coming back. So.
Yeah, absolutely. You see this priest. They as soon as you come up to them, like, Count Eleanor. It is Count Quillen. It is a pleasure to see you out so late in the evening. Are you alone? Are you okay?
I require immediate assistance over here.
Oh yeah, of course, my lady. And they immediately follow you over, and they get.
Oriana, she's part of the Ashen Order, and there was an attack. She was just doing her job, and we got caught up in the middle of it. And Renshaw, he's really hurt.
Icon, Tyrvald. And they kneel down. They're gonna cast Cure Wounds. Yes, they do. And the second one will cast it too.
I don't think I let Renshaw go. I think
Okay.
even though the priests are working on him, I'm still like holding his shoulders and his head up.
Yeah, they hit you with a big 21 points of healing, Renshaw, as they both cast Cure Wounds onto you, and they, like, my goodness,
Almost half of that is useless, but I appreciate it.
Look good either.
Viscount Tyrvald, are you okay? And then the other one's going to turn to you, Eleanor, and go, and Count Quillen, are you safe? Are you?
I am well, perfectly well. Please, Oriana.
Yes, of course. And then they'll heal Oriana for 8 points of healing. As they go, it is so good that you had a cloak of the Ashen Order with you. Can we call you a carriage? What can we do?
I've sent a courier. If you can just stay with us.
Yes, of course. Absolutely.
The man got away.
Yes, absolutely. The one turns to the second, goes, go call for more Ashen Order. Bring more cloaks. They nod and they begin to move down the Emerald Market. And the other one turns back
Am
to
I
you
awake?
and says, yes, you pop up,
Yes.
you are awake, you feel
Okay.
the healing come back, and you awaken. And you see that Oriana is still holding you, Eleanor and a priest of Volsair is standing over you. And they go, Viscount Tyrvald, are you awake? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm perfectly well now.
I hate to speculate, but I've heard rumors that just previous this week that you were under duress before. Are you sure? Are you sure you're both okay? Do we need to get you off the street? Are you okay?
I think I just immediately seeing Renshaw pop back up, I just like give him a big hug and be like, "Oh, thank Hanovum," and then I'll let you go.
That was the best part of the whole night.
I'll turn to the priest and just be like, there is quite an unfortunate plot going on. If you could, please, discretion would be best. We have the Ashen Order on it, but...
Yes, of course. You see the other priest arrives with two cloaks. One is a dwarven woman, and the other is a human woman. They both arrive, and they go, we heard there was an attack. Where point us in the right direction. Are you? And they both like unsheath their swords. We're absolutely. Yeah.
What was the name of that place? Falls Bend.
Falls Bend. You see one of them
There was a
cast. One of them casts a mage armor on themselves with their divine magic, and the other one casts a detect magic, and their eyes begin to glow as they both move off down Elm towards the towards False Bend.
Do they like walk into the bubble?
You don't see
I'm just
them.
curious,
give
like
a
what that looks
crazy
like from
reaction.
our point of view.
Yeah, you see them go in. They
That's
don't.
hashtag not a problem.
Yeah, you don't see them give a big reaction when they move into down Elm, which would be really funny if they get there like, holy shit, what is this? Yeah, no, you see them just run right down the street.
Okay. I was just curious what that would look like from our perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, and within less than 5 minutes, you see a carriage arrive with Julius at the helm.
Sorry.
And
when did they cast Detect Magic? When did they cast Detect Magic?
Yeah,
was it after they had already left our area?
They had.
If they look at Eleanor with Detect Magic on.
Yeah, they would have seen. That's a good question. He probably would have cast it right away.
Would they have been into that?
Yeah. So I'm gonna check. What spell did you cast on Eleanor? Was it?
She has mage armor. She has mage armor, and I have a sphere in my pocket.
Yeah. So they.
But you are currently casting.
Yeah, they. So the other guard of the Ashen Order cast mage armor on himself. Like that. So like, seeing the mage armor isn't crazy. The question is, can this guard differentiate divine magic from runic magic on the spot? With a nat 1, they cannot.
Okay.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, that's an awful. I mean,
you put my livelihood down to a single roll.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. That would have been interesting, for sure. But yeah, so they see the mage armor, and the cloak doesn't even question it. They figured that either you know some divine magic, or Oriana probably knew divine magic and cast it on you to protect you. There's not even a question. They say, "All right, the count is protected. We're gonna move on," and they run down Elm.
Thank God.
Yeah, that's a good call. You see, again, within 5 minutes, Julius pulls up in a carriage and says, "Count Eleanor, I know you told me to wait, but I when you didn't arrive, I couldn't go home. I was worried sick. You tipped me today. I couldn't just leave."
You tipped your driver?
Well, I deeply appreciate it that you stayed safe but stayed in the area. We'd love to go home.
Yes, post haste. And they quickly takes you back to either the Tierval Manor or the Quillen Manor of your choice. But as you...
I think I remind the priest before we go, just like thank him and be like, please don't talk about this.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me a persuasion check real quick. Just because the priest is loyal to you, but gossip is so tempting.
That's a dirty...
Okay. God, I can't roll for anything. Cool. Your presence in your title is overwhelming, and they feel indebted to you. That you let them like treat a count and a viscount and be part of your evening, and they're happy to help. They swear you their secrecy,
and I try to chalk up to like, there's a current investigation going on, like more information going out will just like worsen the investigation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since they did know about
the previous one. Yep. You get into the Quillen carriage. The carriage rolls out through New Elsport back into Darlington, and as we'll end tonight's session in the dark through the evening, but safe within a carriage. 3 highborns leave New Elsport with all their limbs and all their lives intact. With that, if you liked this encounter and need to see more of Renshaw, Oriana, and Eleanor, make sure you like and subscribe for future episodes of City of Shadows. Until we meet again over another round with the 4 Rings Inn.
Woo!